Hi, it's Raymond. I hope I have the right number. Look, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I need your help. Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story, that if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. Yeah, I was wrong.
Welcome back to Shadowrun. So, here we are. We got many things to do today. Get some rest. We'll go ahead and get some rest. Okay, cool. Confirm. Time to go to bed. You wake with a start. Once again, you're tangled in your sheets, drenched in sweat. Your throat feels like it's on fire. You can't remember what your dreams were about, not precisely. But again, you feel that yearning sensation, the emptiness in your gut and in your chest. Your head throbbing, you heave yourself out of bed. Alright, better get started on the day. Boy. Let's check the inbox. We have no unread messages. Do we have pay data? There's no pay data. Open the jobs directory. View all pending jobs. Active jobs. Okay. Plenty of stuff to do. We just gotta pick one. Let's see, friends. What shall we do today? Go to the Wampawa and track down a serial killer. Go to Ares Asia Holdings facility to plant the data. Go to Shangri-La and kidnap Brewster Lowe. Do I have 16? I have 16 karma, guys. That's awesome. I think I'm going to spend it. Cyberware Affinity. Boo. Dodge will be good. Oh, physical attacks. Yeah, that's different. Chance to hit in range combat. Reduces the chance to be hit by enemy attacks. It costs 6 to upgrade it though. Pistol. I'm not using a pistol very much, I'm using a rifle. Full auto. Deadeye, increase to hit by 20%, boosts to armor. Calculate chance to hit with range weapons such as firearms, as well as monofilament whip cyber weapons. Increasing the skill unlocks an additional weapon slot and the Overwatch ability. I want to be able to Overwatch. And then spend 7 to get there? Yeah, we got 4 left. Drone control. Can equip Class B drones. Huh. I haven't used my drone very much. Able to equip 2 drones. Ooh, that's awesome. Charisma is for summoning. Strength is for melee. Yeah, melee and throwing weapons. How far a grenade can be thrown. Body. Hit points are increased by 10. But I can't increase it from there. Intelligence. I'm just going to put it into drone control. Confine. How much money do I have? How much money? Oh, 2183. So probably not enough to get a drone. And this? Yeah, this is where the drones are sold. Alright, Matt. Caesar, beautiful. To what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? Why, you're not here for some robotics, are you? Well, shucks. Let's look at the drones. Yeah. And I need drone control 5 to have any of those. Oh. Hey. I kind of like that. It says I have it. Yeah. I like that idea. Goodbye, Matthew. Alrighty. Let's board a train. Try to get somewhere useful. I think we're gonna go find ourselves a serial killer.
Hold the handrail and take care of children and the elderly.
Duncan Gobbett as well. Mm-hmm. Wampoa Garden, a carnival of chrome and neon, rifle with every manner of technology and rife with every manner of technology and artifice one can imagine. The entire area has the feel of a night market, save that chips are sold in lieu of steamed buns, and vendors hawk the latest drones rather than folk art. Sometimes something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Wampoan elders, the leaders of the band of tech-savvy squatters that have claimed this neighborhood as their own. The streets smell of ozone and fear, and those Wampoans you pass the MTR station have a haunted, furtive look in their eye. While the killer has struck only at elders thus far, it may only be a matter of time before ordinary residents are menaced as well. I don't think I'm going to change anything here. Okay. He's got his health items. That's good. She has no health items, so we definitely need to give you some stuff. Did he have a dock wagon? He did not have a dock wagon. I have a dock wagon. She does not have a dock wagon. That's annoying. I should have bought another dock wagon. I don't know, maybe I can buy one. The streets of Whampoa Garden are slick with rain, glittering under the neon glow of the myriad signs and holographic displays. The sky reflects the same glow, painting the white apartment blocks the sickly orange of sodium streetlights. The smell of grilling meat mingles with other rarer scents: ozone, engine oil, and high-tech fabrication facilities. Despite the hour, there are plenty of people out and about. You can hear the calls of street vendors and touts urging people into their stores. Isabel wrinkles her nose, scowling darkly. She wraps her arms tightly around her chest, staring off into the distance. Is there a word for feeling nostalgic for a place you can't wait to leave again? I don't miss this place, but I miss the feelings I had when I lived here. Saturday, maybe? No, that's not it. It's close, but... She lets the sentence trail off into nothingness, clamping her mouth shut for a moment. Isabel sighs heavily. This place seemed like heaven after the walled city. Like the whole world had unfurled in front of me, and anywhere I turned, there was promise of a good life. Turned out this place was just as crappy as everywhere else. Everyone was still in it for themselves. Gobbett claps a hand on Isabel's shoulder, who flinches and pulls away. That's a great life lesson is. I'm serious. At the end of the day, life's a raw deal. You've got yourself and a handful of friends, and that's it, nothing else. Duncan casts a sidelong glance at Isabel and Gobbett, shaking his head. You got some strange ideas about life. Sure, life's a meat grinder, but come on, there's gotta be more to life than just surviving. Does there? What makes you the authority on that? Isabel waves a dismissive hand. I'm done talking about this. Anyway. Isabel turns towards you and points down to the street to your left. We're looking for the Whampoan elders. They're gonna be in the Whampoa itself. That's the big ship down the street. I've seen pictures. It looks like a yacht. That's the one. Kind of hard to miss. And it's been a fixture since late last century. These days, it's just a squat. Shops are family affairs, not corporate ones. Is there anything I should know about the Whampoans? They're all tech heads, tinkerers, and self-taught scientists. Despite the fact that there's no formal education system, everyone here is pretty smart. They apprentice kids to skilled workers so they can learn a trade. Elder Gao taught me decking, and I left after she got brain fried trying to crack a Mitsuhama network. Elder Ip taught me to shoot. He could still be here. Come on, let's go see what they have to say for themselves. What? Hello. The orc woman is festooned with small circuits, tiny trid screens, and speakers. The trid screens display snippets of trid broadcasts from every corner of the world. tiny speakers play counterpoint with the susurrus of voices speaking Sperthil, Punjabi, Kazakh, and other languages. Her expression is haggard, and she fidgets with her fingers as you approach. Welcome to the Wapoa, my friend. I am Elder and these are Elders Tang and Ip. Gestures to the elf and human, who each incline their heads respectfully. Thank you so much for answering our request for help. We had nowhere else to turn. As long as you can pay, I can help. Under Sang's skin, glowing tattoos writhe and change shape. Tigers become cranes and move on to dragons. We're under threat. One by one, we elders are being hunted by some monster. As you may have noticed when you arrived, there's been another killing just tonight. Ip crosses his solid chrome arms. Holographic readouts dance constantly over their surface, displaying diagnostic information about their state, operating temperature, servo pressure, and a variety of other minutiae. He looks past you towards Isabel. The prodigal daughter returned once more. I didn't expect to see you back aboard the Wapoa in my lifetime, Isabel. When you disappeared, Elder Yetuda was very put out. I'm glad you're still alive. When you chose to walk your own path, I was disappointed, but I still understood why you had to leave. It pauses, tasting the air as he chooses his next words with care. I hope my lessons have helped you prosper. Didn't expect to be back either. Work takes you places, though. Isabel shrugs. A moment later, she places a hand on her pistol, eyes trained on his shoes. I don't cart this around for fun, Ip. Lessons kept me alive. Isabel blinks several times, then looks up at her expression clouded. Where is Yetuda, anyway? I expected her to be here. Ing shakes her head sadly. She reaches out a hand towards Isabel, who shrinks away from it. She's dead. So are Gan and Nakamura. And Tong was killed just tonight. So much blood. You have to stop this from continuing. Isabel's expression remains impassive, but her knuckles grow white as her hands ball up into fists. That's what we're here for. We'll stop the killings. Thank you, Isabel. Ng lifts a hand, wiping away tears from her eyes. Have you made any enemies lately? Not that I can think of. We keep to ourselves. We buy and sell technology. We're not mercenaries or criminals. We're merchants and deckers. Even if someone was cheated in a deal, this kind of response is unthinkable. Whatever this is, it wasn't human. The violence and savagery, it's a monster, whatever it is. Plenty of metahumans are monsters too. And just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's supernatural. What can you tell me about the murders? They started 2 weeks ago. The first to go was gone. We found him in his apartment, eviscerated. Ng swallows, grimacing at the painful memory. He'd been torn apart. His head was ripped completely off, and most of his skin flayed away. There was so much blood it took us a week to clean out his apartment. Tang nods, running his palm over his forehead. The rest have been the same. Always at night, always dismembered. Each scene is like a nightmare, and every time no one has seen anything. It's like a ghost. What do the Wapo and elders do? They make the rules and kick people out who don't obey them. They're a bunch of petty tyrants, that's why. You're being unfair, Isabel. Our laws are for the good of the community. Tang turns to address you. We keep the Wapoa and its residents safe. We review trade agreements with outsiders to see if they're good for the community. We provide a guiding vision, like a town council. I can respect that. I'm glad you understand. This community is fragile, and the authorities bear us a lot of ill will. A single misstep could spell our end. I am the invoker of sprites. I commune with the spirits of machines, ask them for blessings, and pass those blessings on to the people here. I heal the sick and ensure the feng shui of our habitats is as good as it can be given our confines. She's a shaman, that's all. She's just got some kooky spin on it. Claims her totem is some kind of all-encompassing machine god that lives in circuitry. Ancient gods and ancestors are one thing. My deck, it's mine. I built it. The only spirits it's got in it are from the ESPs I loaded up with. Gives Isabel a look of deep sadness. Just because you cannot see or touch a thing does not mean it does not exist. Just because you do not believe in it does not mean it does not protect you from afar. I can't touch programs either, but at least I can prove that they have an effect on the physical world. Your superstitions are just that. Isabel glances at you, jerking a thumb towards Tang. This guy treats drones like they're living things. Is that right? Tang extends his arms, palms up, as you watch the tattoos therein shift to a complex mathematical formula. I am the first and glorious servo. I study patterns, repair machinery, and teach others how to attune themselves to the wonders of automation. The blessed AutoFab is my shop in Purview, where we make the drones we use and sell. As for me, I serve as the resplendent voltage spike. Ip smiles crookedly. That means I shoot people who try to screw with us. It's a fancy title for head of security. That's all for now. It might be wise to ask the residents of Wapoa Garden if they've seen anything or heard anything. After you've gone through Tong Sensory Carnival, they may have... after you've gone through Tong Sensory Carnival, they may have seen or heard things we have not. Good to know. Okay. Now we have to go and talk to people. I kind of want to talk to Tang and get him to teach me about drone crap, because I want to become a better rigger. We're going into the sensory carnival. Porter Lam, at your service. The elders told me you'd be coming. They tell you anything about what happened to Tong? Just the basics. Well, nothing basic about this. I've seen people shot, stabbed, beaten to death. Hell, I've even seen a corpse that was so dry and desiccated I could have sworn a vampire got to it. None of that's got anything on this. Brace yourself and go on in. Alright. Okay, we're going. Tong Sensory Carnival looks like a scene out of a B-graded slasher sim. The cloying scent of incense hangs thick and pungent in the air, emanating from the small shrine in the corner of the shop. Unfortunately, it does nothing to cover up the reek of death and clotted blood. Despite the ragged remnants of Elder Tong littering the floor, the rest of the shop appears to be in good order, at least at first glance. Nothing is broken, tipped over, or otherwise ransacked. So no sign of a struggle, no sign of robbery. You're about to step further into the room. You glance at the ceiling and walls. The blood from Tong's body isn't just confined to where his remains lie. Drying blood is spread about the walls and ceiling as well. The walls are covered in splattered and smeared blood, most of which has hardened into a crusty congealed paste. Thick tracks of it run laterally. It looks like the blood has been deliberately smeared. Hey, Caesar. I don't know a whole lot about science or all that, but I know what blood looks like when it hits a wall. This isn't natural. Somebody deliberately smeared blood all over these walls. See how it looks like it's got paint trails? That's because somebody used Tong's parts like a brush. So they painted the walls with blood? Why? Do I look like a psychologist to you? Maybe because they're a freak. Maybe because they're one of those 6 serial killers that sees their murders as art. I got no clue. All I know is what normal blood looks like on a wall, and this ain't it. Some people have a bad grasp of art. I knew this guy in Kwantung who used to make music out of stray audio static and panic button calls. called it Crisis Wave. It was awful. Tong's body is a ruined mess. The destroyed ruin of his face is barely recognizable, and what is left of his body could best be described as savaged. All of his limbs have been torn off, and a pile of flayed the skin lies next to the remains of the Wapoan elder. Wapoan's clothing has all but been reduced to rags and tissue by cuts and tears, apparently sustained during the flaying. At this point, the only thing holding what's left of his body into a semblance of human form is the hair-thin fiber optics of his cyberware. Gaba puts a hand over her mouth, speaking in an uncharacteristically serious tone. Sweet heavens, Caesar. I haven't seen anything like this since Auntie Wong tried to stash some cred sticks in a devil rat's nest. It takes a lot to turn my stomach, but we sure have a winner today. This is seriously messed up. I'll second that. This isn't a murder. This is more like, I don't know, a feeding frenzy. If it weren't for the skin, I'd say Tong stepped on a goddamn mine or something. Have Gaba assess the body. You're the boss, boss. Man, this is gonna be unpleasant. Gaba closes her eyes, taking a deep breath. After a moment, she opens them again and makes a strange grunting noise. There's no fear here, Caesar. No anger either. Just this kind of satisfied feeling. Tong never saw it coming, and whoever did it was professional about it, which is pretty odd because nobody's professional about eviscerating a body as far as I know. You think it was a hit? I don't know why the killer was after Tong, but it definitely wasn't any kind of merciless creature. But it definitely wasn't any kind of mindless creature, or even someone particularly passionate. It was someone who planned this and executed it and was glad about it. I don't know, it kind of feels like it was just business as usual. Tong's desk drawers are open, and the safe that's built into one side has been opened. There's no sign of tampering, and the green light next to the word unlocked is blinking. Whoever opened it did it with a key fob. Inside are several blank cred sticks, but no sign of any with money on them. Looks like someone looted his stash. A guy like this wouldn't keep only empty credit sticks in his safe. Tong's bathroom is immaculate, but the drains are tiny. Whatever killed him didn't exit through here. This is a Yamaha 95000V SimSynth, a device for mixing and mastering SimSynth chips. Several drive bays are empty, and all the chip jacks are empty. The screen is flashing a repeated error message. Warning: requested files cannot be found. Please return drives to bay and try again. Have Isabel debug the system. Isabel rattles out some commands on the SimSynth's keyboard, stepping away after a few seconds with a look of satisfaction on her face. There, I put the drive warning on suspend. It's in diagnosis mode only, though maybe we'll learn something, maybe not. Yamaha Sim OS 5.23 system diagnostic check. Memory, okay. Drive, error. Assist bus, okay. Beginning core dump, please wait. The long debug spew that scrolls along the synth screen is filled with numbers indicating recent files, play links, keyframes, and assist peak levels. Based on the numbers you're seeing, Tong's SimSynth has been hacked to remove the peak controller levels from the chips he's been burning. The required operation to make BTL chips, The delta wave outputs for these chips push them dangerously close to brain-burning territory. The peak controller. See, so now the safety level is the safety switch is off. The file catalog for the high peak BTLs indicates all files and burn chips should have been stored on the missing drives and whatever was in the empty chip jacks. Somebody clean out Tong's BTL stash. Okay. That seems to be all that I can ascertain. Hey guys, I'm Alex. The guy from the videos. So, I just wanted to thank you for watching the video all the way through. It's a lot of work. I appreciate it. So, thank you for your view, maybe your subscription. So you can subscribe right in the bottom corner there. Then you'll be updated. Make sure to ring that notification bell, because subscriptions seem to mean nothing on YouTube anymore. But hey, so then over here you'll see a video that you might like, since you watched this video all the way through. Other than that, have a great day. I hope that you watch more. I'd love to see you again. We do stream, so keep an eye out for that. Announcements will be on the channel, my Twitter, all that stuff. All the information is on the overlay. Other than that, enjoy your stay on 6th Street.